What's up, guys? So whenever it comes to picking a niche on YouTube, it's really going to come down to these three beginner tips that are really going to help optimize your channel's potential to grow organic views and subscribers. Now, if you're trying to stand out in a saturated niche like me, make sure you stay to the end where I show you how you can actually get the algorithm to start pushing your content to viewers that are actually going to watch. So despite other trending platforms on the internet that are filled with dopamine-inducing short-form comas, it's a proven fact that long-form content on YouTube remains far superior to generate an actual audience and community for your personal brand. Too often do creators find themselves caught in the struggle of stopping the scroll to get views and followers on Instagram, TikTok, and hell, even here on YouTube in the form of shorts. And while short-form content has its advantages for brand awareness and building a marketing funnel for your products or services, it's imperative to understand that it's actually a small percentage of short-form viewers that will actually convert to long-form views or to long-form fans. And so what does that have to do with your niche? If you're middle-aged like me, I'm 41 years old, and I've been in the Army, I've been a chef, I've done custom mobile electronics installations. I've got a wealth of knowledge in my head on things that I am passionate about, that I want to make content about, but the fact of the matter is, you got to kind of narrow it down. Otherwise, you're going to confuse your audience. More on that later. But it's important to identify what you can have multiple endless conversations about, and of course, be proficient in said topic. Choosing a topic of discussion can create debate or even educate in a field that you have extensive knowledge. It can position you as a subject matter expert, and in time, grow a following of people who legitimately want to learn from your experience. On the flip side, maybe you're a beginner in a saturated niche and you want to share your journey to become proficient in said topic. Well, now I think you found the audience that you have something in common with. Spoiler alert, audience is algorithm. Over the past 3 years on this channel, I've tried content as a chef, a filmmaker, even a fitness trainer. And while I have a high level of educational proficiency in these topics, by switching up my niche, even over the course of a seemingly small amount of time, what I did was I completely confused the algorithm and the audience on this channel, thus completely tanking this YouTube channel for the past 3 years. Maybe I could think of this as a waste of my time. I absolutely figured out this important lesson. But before I share this with you, if you're finding any sort of value in this, please consider hitting that thumbs up and let me know down in the comments what your creator struggles are, so we can dive into those topics. And make sure to subscribe, because if I get enough topics at once, we may just kick off some live streams so I can give you a full personal in-depth breakdown and help you out one-on-one. And also, it's a pretty cool way to go ahead and connect with my audience and everything else. Anyways, let's keep on going. The lesson I was taught by switching up my niche just a few times, even over the course of 3 years, was what kind of long-form content can I make that will fit within my personal schedule and finances. So if you're like me, you already have at least one full-time obligation. Maybe you have a full-time job. A stay-at-home parent dealing with doctor's visits, house repairs, car trouble, grocery shopping. I get it. We are busy as fuck. So we have to understand that perhaps we don't have time to fill an entire workout session every day, or make step-by-step recipe tutorials when you still need to cook dinner and make sure there's laundry is washed and folded before your next shift on the line starts. It makes sense for me to make content in the beginner creator and educator niche, since I make a point to film cool smartphone content, hyperlapses, 360 content every day. As long as I know what I'm doing for that day and have a healthy routine, I know I can bring long-form content on a consistent basis of at least one time per week. Now, if my schedule and finances allow, I can always increase that, but the consistent part means at least one time a week, non-negotiable. I'm showing up here, and that way you can too. And this is that critical step, and the reason why I know you'll subscribe and hit that notification bell, because the big creators leave this out all the time. Consistency is the single most algorithm audience driving factor for your channel. When you decide to make it a non-negotiable to show up at least one time per week for your audience, the algorithm, remember, the audience will start remembering to show up for you every week also. And if you can narrow it down to a specific day and time every week, then what you've done is you've started creating episodes that the viewer can anticipate. That's mind-blowing, because now your audience is waiting and anticipating for your next episode. Have you ever had creators that you just can't wait for their next content to drop? Like I could think of a few of myself, like Peter McKinnon, Teppo, and even Peter Lindgren. Like, I can't wait until their next episodes show up. And why is that? It's because they're in a specific niche. They're staying consistent. In the back of your mind, subconsciously, after you watch them for a little bit, you start to get used to a certain amount of time, to maybe check your YouTube notifications. Maybe they popped up with something. I know I did this week. Excuse me. Oh, wow. They get the notification, and when your subs start tickling your click-through rate, that tells YouTube to invite more viewers to watch your content, and that is what's driving the big numbers to your favorite creators. By the way, if you're interested in watching any of those cool 360 and drone videos, I will drop links to those accounts to follow later down in the description. So you finally decided to pull the trigger on starting a YouTube channel this year to launch your own personal brand, and now you know how to narrow down your niche so you can stay consistent, which will organically grow your channel with subscribers who will actually watch your videos when you post them. If you're just now figuring out your niche and you're ready to set up your channel, then click this video over here where I'll show you how to do that just step by step. And if you've already got your niche and channel set up, and are you ready to make custom channel art like YouTube banners and thumbnails for free to polish up your personal brand, then this video here is going to be for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.